A very good day to Doctor. My name is Wang Weiqi. Today we will present for the Engineering Mathematics 5 with the course code BEE 31702 for the group assignment with the topics of the power efficiency of installed photovoltaic solar panels at different temperatures. Firstly, I would like to introduce my group members. First is Auni Afrika binti Omar with the metric number of AE190022, and second is Eli Adila binti Nasaruddin with the metric number of AE190074. And third is Noor Hafiza binti Ali with the metric number of CE190089. And the fourth is me, Wang Weiqi, with the metric number of AE190085. And we are from session 2, group 2. Next, I will going to explain for the task A, which is to determine the mean, standard deviation, minimum and maximum value for the independent variables, which is the daily outside temperature, and the dependent variable, which is the power efficiency. In this assignment, the independent variable is the daily outside temperature T in the degrees Celsius, and the dependent variable is the power efficiency eta in the percent. And the total engineering data in this assignment is 101 data for the independent and dependent variables. And this is the data for the daily outside temperature, with starting from the 1 until the 101 data. And well, same goes to the independent variables and the data. This one is the data for the power efficiency starting from the 1 until the 101 data. To calculate the mean in this problem, we use this formula to calculate, which is the average P4 to B104. And the P4 is the first data for the daily outside temperature, which is 38, and until the B104, which is the 40. And we will calculate and we will get that the 36.0891. Well, for the dependent variables, the mean is 50.4772. For the average H4 is that the first data for the power efficiency is 46.3, and the H104 is that the data which is the 55.8. And we will calculate and divide by the 101 data, and we will get the 50.4772. Well, to calculate for the standard deviation, we will first calculating the deviation first for each data, and this is the deviation. We will use the B4, which is the 38, minus the C105, which is the mean. We calculate it here, and we will get the 1.9109. And we will calculate O and for the deviation. And next, for the square of the deviation is this, which is the D4, which is the 1.9109 times with the D4 1.9109, and we'll get the 3.6515 for the square of the deviation, and we'll calculate it for this. And next, we can calculate for the standard deviation, which is the square of the sum E4 until the E104. E4 is the first data of the square of the deviation, and the E104 is the square of the deviation for the last data, which is 101, as this one. And we will divide and count the E4 to E104, and we will get the 3.96993 for the independent variables. Same goes to the dependent variables. We will also calculate for the deviation first, and also the square of the deviation. And the standard deviation we get is that the 4.9503 by applying this formula. Next, for the independent variable daily outside temperature, the minimum value for about the 101 data is the 26, is the minimum value, while the maximum value is the 42.6. Well, for the dependent variable, the minimum value is the 42 of the power efficiency, and the maximum value is the 60.3% of the power efficiency. I will continue for the task B, which is to plot the scatter diagram and regression line for the data with independent and dependent variables. This is the data for the independent variable, daily outside temperature T in the degrees Celsius, and the data for the dependent variables, power efficiency eta in the percent. The total of the data is 101. Next, we will use the data for the independent variable and the dependent variable to plot for the scatter diagram and also the regression line. And this is the scatter diagram. For the x-axis shows that it is the daily outside temperature T in the degrees Celsius, and the y-axis is the power efficiency eta in the percent, and the graph is named as the power efficiency versus the daily outside temperature. And this is the focusing point, and we can say that the regression line is equal to the y equals to the negative 0.1859 x plus 57.1x7, and for the negative 0.1859 is the slope, for the 57.1x7 and is the y-intercept. We can say that it's a negative since that this line is shown that is decreasing linearly. For the r square or the coefficient of the determination is equal to 0.0193 in this scatter diagram. We can conclude that this is the weaker linear relationship between the day's outside temperature and the power efficiency due to the many focusing points that may provide the area of the prediction for the scatter diagram. Besides of using the Microsoft Excel to analyze and calculate for the regression line in this problem, you also can apply the mathematical formula by using the manual calculation to analyze for the regression line. Firstly, for the total daily outside temperature T for the independent variables on x-axis, we can calculate by using the total x is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus until the x for the 101 data, and we will get the total s is equal to the 3645. Same goes to the y. For the total y, for the total of power efficiency, the EPA, we also using this formula, and we get that the total y is equal to 5098.2. Third, for the total of square of daily outside temperature T, we can calculate by using this formula. Total s squared is equal to s1 squared plus s2 squared plus s3 squared until the x 101 squared, and we will get that the total s squared is equal to the 132927. And for the total of the square of the power efficiency, we also using this formula, and we will get that the total y squared is equal to the 259818. For the total of the daily outside temperature T and the power efficiency, we can calculate by using this formula. Total xy equal to x1y1 plus x2y2 plus x3y3 until the 101 data, and we will get that the total xy equal to 183,732.5. For the mean of the daily outside temperature T, we can calculate by using this formula, mean equal to total x over n, and we will get the mean is 36.0891. And for the mean of the power efficiency, EPA, we also using this formula, and we will get the y. The mean for the y is equal to the 50.4772. And for the mean for the x and also for the y is same as the result they get in the Microsoft Excel. Next, to calculate for the regression line where y equals to mx plus c, m is the slope and c is the y-intercept, and we will using this formula to calculate for the slope, and we will get that the slope m is equal to a negative 0.1859. For the y-intercept c for the regression line, we will using c equals to the total y minus m total x over n, and we will get that c is equal to the 57.1892. Therefore, for the regression line is equal to y equals to mx plus c, and we will get that y equals to the 57.1862 minus 0.1859x. And the regression line that we get from the manual calculation is almost same as the result that we get in the Microsoft Excel. And I will pass the explanation to Hafiza.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Hafiza binti Ali, metric number CE190089, and I will present the simple linear regression model using least square method from the Microsoft Excel software. This is the summary output that we have get. First, we get regression statistics, the multiple R, which is the correlation coefficient, which is we get 0.1389. Then R square is the coefficient of the determination, we get 0.0193. Then adjusted R square 0.0093. Standard error 4.9516. Standard error is indicating for how far the actual points are from the regression line. Then we get observations 101. So we have ANOVA table, which is from this table we know that here sum of the squared regression SSR is 47.7836. Then next, sum of some residual or error, which is the amount of unexplained variation, which is 2427.2940. And then the sum of squared total SST, which is the sum of SSR and SSE, which is known as total variation, which is 2475.0776. Then from this table, here we know that the y-intercept of power efficiency is 57.1874, and then the slope intercept is negative 0.18959. From here, we know that the regression line equation is y equal to 57.1874 minus 0.1859x. Then from here also, the p-value of the slope, which we know that here is 0.1658. Next, I will explain task D, which is checking the significance alpha equal to 0.05 of the simple linear regression model in task C. From here, we know that the p-value is 0.1658. Then it shows that it is greater than alpha 0.05. Hence, the null hypothesis is accepted. There is no statistically significant relationship between the power efficiency to the daily outside temperature in the simple linear regression model. Lastly, I will present the task E, which is interpret the meaning of the intercept and slope in this problem. The intercept is a point that indicates the location where intersects or cross the horizontal x-axis or vertical y-axis, while the slope is multiplied on the x, where indicated the steepness of the linear line. In this assignment, the intercept and slope can be explained by using the mathematical equation where y equal to mx plus c, which is, we know that our equation is negative 0.1859x plus 57.1874. While for the manual calculation, the value of the slope and y-intercept are negative 0.1859 and 57.1862, where the equation is y equal to negative 0.1859 plus 57.1862. Then from the above method, the result for the regression equation was almost same in value. In short, for the impossible event is the event that cannot happen. However, in this problem, there is not any impossible event.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Ili Anila binti Ansarudin. My matrix number is AE190074. So I will continue explain for task F and G, which is for F, test the hypothesis whether the slope is equal to 1. We use H note, beta 1 is equal to 1 against and equal to 1 by taking 5% level of significance. So we need to take 3 steps. First step is we set the H note beta 1 is equal to 1, and second condition is H note beta 1 unequal 1. And then for the second step, which, we need to taking a significant level of alpha, which is equal to 0.05. And then for the third step, we need to reject the null hypothesis when p-value is less than or is equal to 0.05. So we have the table analysis data, which they have more value at here from power efficiency EPA, y-intercept, and daily outside temperature, which is low. So we just need to focus on the t-state and p-value. T-state, or we call it as a t-value. So we look at these two values, and then for the table, it shows that t-state for the slope is negative 1.3960, which give a p-value of 0.1658. So since the p-value is greater than 0.05, we are not fulfill the reject decision of p-value is must less or equal with 0.05. So the null hypothesis is not being rejected. Okay, next for the F task, which is test the hypothesis whether the intercept is equal to 0. We use H naught, beta naught is equal to 0 against and equal to 0 by taking 5% level of significance. So yeah, seems like for task F, we need to take 3 steps. So at the table data, it shows the t-state and p-values. So we need to focus on this value only. So from this value, it shows that the t-state value for intercept is 11.8357, which is give a p-value of 1.1527 times power of negative 20. So since the p-value less than 0.05, we are fulfilled to reject decision. P-value must less or equal 0.05. So the null hypothesis is being rejected. So that's all for me.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aunia Pika binti Omar and my metric number is AE190022. So I will be explaining two parts, which is part H and part I. So we will go first with part H, which is compute the coefficient of Pearson correlation and interpret the meaning. So this is the value that we got from Excel. We get the value of Pearson correlation as negative 0.1389. Next is we calculated the Pearson coefficient by manual. So the value of Pearson correlation is equals to SXY over SXX times SYY. So we put all these values of xy, sxx and syy inside this formula, and then we get negative 0.3892. So we get the same value for Excel and also the same value for manual calculation. Therefore, the correlation is negatively strong, which is negative 0.1389, and thus this can be concluded that when the daily's outside temperature increase, the power efficiency will decrease. Next, we will proceed with I, which is compute the coefficient of determination and interpret the meaning. So this is the value that we got from the Excel. From the Excel view, we got it from the graph, and as you can see, we got r squared equals to 0.0193. Then we proceed to calculate the data manually, and then we got r squared equals to 0.01932. So it means that we got both the same data for manually calculated and also from Excel. So from 0.0193, we can conclude that the percentage of the variation in power efficiency that explained by the daily's outside temperature is 1.930%.